Maghsoodloo, huge run. Maghsoodloo on 7.5 points. Hikaru is on 7 points, half a point behind Maghsoodloo with the white pieces. What a game this is going to be.
Let's go. This is what we wanted.
Yeah, bring it on. It's the 4 knights defense here, the 4 knight system, where all the knights enter the game. Hikaru threw his knight into the center, and very surprising moves from Maghsoodloo. He plays this very safety first one, h6. Then he puts the other pawn on the other side. Very slow chess. And we see Hikaru in the meantime prepare to break out in the center. It looks like a very successful opening for Hikaru, but a bit of a weird one. Don't try this at home. Moving the knight so many times. I was going to say twice is enough. He moves that knight for a 3rd occasion. And now ready to push. I wouldn't be shocked if Maghsoodloo just takes this knight off the board and the play becomes much more positional.
Now, of course, taking that knight off the board means that you give white the bishop pair in the long run in exchange for those slightly annoying double pawns in the center of the board. I get that in the short term, the bishops aren't going to be that useful, but that's a very big long-term commitment.
Yeah, and Maghsoodloo chooses to go against it. I think it's just a kind of judgment call, matter of taste there. I'm normally inclined towards my bishops, so probably over the board I would have been tempted to do what Maghsoodloo's done. At the same time, I do also love playing against double pawns, especially when the opponent loses a lot of flexibility in the center. And we see the eval bar also yet to make up its mind, really, kind of just in the center. It now looks more like an Italian game or a Spanish opening.
David, this is interesting that the eval bar is now swinging a little bit in Hikaru's favor, and that does that mean that even if bishop takes knight is played by Maghsoodloo soon, it's like the moment of opportunity has passed and there's some other positional benefit that maybe I haven't appreciated?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many positional subtleties in this position. We see the play jump several turns ahead, so even more subtleties now. But I'm going to say that the knight trade, the bishop for knight trade that was kind of rejected by Maghsoodloo, probably ended up being a good thing because Hikaru ended up losing even more time bringing his knight over to the other side of the board.
Right.
These knights kind of cancel each other out now, and Maghsoodloo apparently slightly better on the board. Just in the eval bar here, he's doing well because he's undermining white's very fragile center. If you push forward, then black would have had a queen side majority. Instead, black has more space. This pawn clamps down on some very important squares.
It's Hikaru versus Maghsoodloo. It's world number 2 against world number 36. It's USA versus Iran. And Iran is right now on top of the country leaderboard for game week 8. Maghsoodloo not only fighting to win game week 8 for himself, he's fighting to gain points for Iran as well. Iran showing muscles in the chess world. And can he actually win this game? He was better on the bar a few moves ago. It's back to balanced.
Both of them really locked in. I haven't watched enough of the camera to know for sure, but it does feel a little bit like Maghsoodloo's just a little bit more fidgety, a little bit more nervous. That said, Hikaru's not exactly head bobbing, but hang on a second, that is a big swing in Hikaru's favor, and he smells something. He's busy calculating this.
You see him lean in there. He's definitely tempted to take this pawn. It's what he's been building up towards. He's lined up his queen, his bishop on this diagonal. He says, let's go for it. And there we see a big checkmate was threatened. The knights leaping forward for white, the knights dropping back for black. The knights had covered some squares, but it comes at the cost of the black rook. And Hikaru now doesn't even care about his knight. He's trying to deliver a nasty killer blow with his rook. The big question is, what next after pawn takes knight? The bait has been captured. Here, I'm trying to work it out myself. Maghsoodloo is up a bunch of material, 3 pieces for a rook, but his king looks so out in the open. After a check, he's going to have to walk a tightrope now.
Oh, is there no... I was looking at whether there are ways to block with the knight, get the other knight out to e6. Is there a way to play rook a7? But that just looks like you're hanging on for dear life rather than trying to do anything active. So scratch that. King f7. This is... almost the definition of dicey.
It's a blunder. Hikaru can give a check, deflecting away the black knight, and then the black queen drops. The black queen falling would spell the end. Hikaru needs to find this move. Rook check. He doesn't find it. Hikaru Nakamura misses a free queen there. He would have had to give the rook, but that would have been game over. Hikaru now maybe sees it, but dropping the queen back, he's lost all the momentum.
Huge swings on the bar. This is a big matchup in round 9. Both of these players fighting to win game week 8. Magnus Carlsen is better in his game against Jeffrey Shung. Magnus needs to win to stay in the fight to win game week 8.
If Hikaru saw that, he's doing a very good job of keeping a poker face. He's continuously talking. I'm not really seeing any signs of big frustration. No, oh my goodness, I let that slip or anything like that. Still extremely dangerous for Maghsoodloo here. He's hanging on for dear life. Pawn push to F. And by the way, that's not even the only F pawn. And now the bishop's hanging as well.
Wow, clearance sacrifice Hikaru. He's going to get one of the pieces back. Then he's going to be attacking for free, pretty much. It's going to be a rook versus 2 knights, but white also has a couple of extra pawns. Maghsoodloo missed that one. Loose pieces drop off. LPDO, as Daniel Naroditsky used to say. And now that black queen caught in no man's land, he needs to trade off, and he needs to hope that he can survive. Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
Reflection. The black knight couldn't take the rook. It had to protect its queen. Now the rook is going behind to skewer these 2 black pieces. Can Maghsoodloo cling on there? He might be taking this pawn to counterattack against white's bishop. This is hanging in the balance now. If Hikaru finds the right moves, he's winning. If not, game on.
He has 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. There is no increment in Title Tuesdays. Hikaru Nakamura is massively better. Maghsoodloo ticking under 2 minutes now.
Oh, that was the key move. He needed to go this way, not the other way. He's hitting this knight. No matter how it's defended, he's going to take this knight and use his other rook to fork 2 pieces.
I was looking at the other knight coming into d7, and it doesn't work because you play rook takes knight and the other one comes in. So instead, we have the king coming in, but the exact same thing happens.
LPDO, loose pieces drop off. And this is going to end disastrously for Maghsoodloo, who's going to be 2 pawns down once the dust settles. It's a check. And there we go. Rook and bishop versus rook and knight. But these 2 pawns, G and H, are going to run forward in the near future.
Hikaru Nakamura, after losing in round 1, here he is about to take the lead in game week 8 after 9 rounds.
Yeah, it's really nice to see Hikaru kind of go back to his attacking roots. He was such an attacking player when he kind of first broke onto the scene. These days, much more positional. Loves his endgames, loves his grinds, but this game he's been sacrificing for fun.
Like, well, look at his body language and the way he's sort of chilling out and smiling. He's probably discussing what Magnus is drinking out of, for all we know, but he is not worried about the outcome of this chess game, that is for sure.
Yeah, and poor Maghsoodloo, he always seems to be leading tournaments, the Grand Swiss, over the board events, these Title Tuesdays now, but it's hard to hang with the top guys for a full 11 rounds. The cream seems to rise to the top, and here we go, 2 squares away from touchdown. The black rook has to drop back, but there's another pawn in reserve.
Pranash, the Indian youngster, has gone up to 8 points, and that is what Hikaru is fighting for, to join him on 8 points.
And here we see often the top players, they do go active with their king when they're seeking this last hurrah. They're seeking some counterplay. That white bishop is almost trapped. As we see 1 black pawn remaining, he's going to try and push that one forward. He needs a few more moves, though. Hikaru just trying to figure out how to do this most safely, most professionally.
And if there's a way to do this with, using the time to your advantage, that's great. But Hikaru's up on the clock as well. 1 minute and 2, plays 32. Parham Maghsoodloo, you can see he's... If I'm honest, looking a little bit despondent. He's not fidgeting. He's not nervous. This is like the time for that is gone, unfortunately. And right now he is coming to terms with what will be a loss. It is not over yet. Hikaru was half a point behind. He is about to be half a point ahead. And he has lost games in this Title Tuesday. But Maghsoodloo is going to be disappointed with the loss of momentum here.
Magnus Carlsen is on 7.5 points. He beat Jeffrey Strong here in round 9. Magnus will be half a point behind Hikaru if Hikaru is able to win this. And there it is. It's another win for